Hi everyone, this is Niall for CardRunners.com. Today I'm going to be bringing you FTOPS Main Hand History Review. This is from the most recent FTOPS held on Full Tilt Poker that I was fortunate enough to win. There's a lot of good content in here, and I think it really shows how you need to play and in some stages how lucky you need to be to win one of these major tournaments. Pocket tens here. So we raise here. Okay, called by Mr. Salgado. Here is a rag. Great flop for our hand. We're going to see that here. Get check called. Turns to 9. No reason to believe that we're behind still. We're going to keep betting for value here. So we bet again, and we get check raised on the turn here. Now, when Mr. Salgado check raises here, he's representing that he has a 4 or pocket 7s or pocket 9s, which are all very possible. I mean, he did defend the big blind to a raise. However, he will have a lot of bluffs here, the likes of, he might have some ace highs that are now deciding to bluff. He can have some 5-6s, some 5-8s, gutters that he floated with that are now bluffing. He's polarizing his range, so he no longer has medium strength hands. He no longer has like 7-8 or anything like that, as he would just call with those hands. So he's now, which means our hand now becomes a bluff catcher, although it is a very strong bluff catcher in that, although theory-wise it doesn't matter how strong your bluff catcher is as long as it can beat bluffs or frequency, and like generally speaking, like you're going to have to fold some of your bluff catchers because otherwise people will, smart players will adjust by never bluffing. So if you have like pocket 5s here, or like not pocket 5s, like say like 7-8 or something that you were betting for fit value on the turn, you can give some of those hands up to this raise. However, I mean, he's repping pretty thin, and I mean, to be honest, I just don't believe him. He's pretty aggressive, and I'm pretty sure, like this, I'm just going to call down most rivers. If the river comes like a 6 or an 8 or 5 or something along those lines, it can be good for. We may have to consider folding our hand, but also he's going to bluff those cards a lot. Continue his bluff. I would imagine, like if he has 6-8 and the river's a 6, I think he's gonna still bet, as it's a good card for his range. But I'm just gonna call this and then call river probably. Just do it by myself, and I call. River's a 6, so it's not a great card for us. If he puts us in, we're going to be in a very tough spot. Not quite sure what I would do. He checks, and we just check back. And he did have 6-8. I think that's a mistake by him checking that river. A lot of people, like, they bluff and then they hit a pair and they're like, oh, excellent, I hit a pair, I can show it down. But he's just never good. And this card is such a good bluff card for his range that if he's going to take this line, he should bomb the river. But yeah. Anyway, so we win that pot, which is nice. And we're just going to fold these hands. Okay, yeah. Okay, 9 off here in the small blind, and it goes open through that, so I think we can safely assume we fold this hand. King 7 of diamonds on the button will be an open. Mr. Salgado opens. King 8 off will just be a fold